comes from. But in his region, they don't know proposals.
We know. We already know the region.
You know the region and we agree. Kweli ama sio?
Kweli.
He lost his job. Well, yeah, immediately after.
After honeymoon.
Redeeming.
Mbogo hawezi enda choo. Namchukua namkalisha ndo anaenda choo. Akimaliza naenda kumwaga namtoa kwa ndo namkalisha. Hakuna kitu anaweza jifanyia. Bado Kevin tu naye hawezi fanya chochote.
Hawezi toka nje.
Hawezi toka nje. Sababu sasa watatoka aje?
Niliwazaa wakiwa sawa.
Niliwazaa wakiwa sawa kabisa.
Sikujitakia kwa hii hali. Nimejipata tu. Ikanidhoofisha. Nisaidieni. Saa zingine hata kutafuna tu hii joo kutafuna. Nashindwa hata na kutafuna chakula. Nashindwa hata na kumeza. Daktari saa zingine nalala tu na uchungu sana. Sana kabisa.
From the depths of the sea to the heart of the land, Kenya's coastal region is transforming.
Hii barabara ikiisha ita create a very big impact.
Hapa kuna kazi ambazo zitawaboost, ambazo zitawaepusha na mabalaa ya huko nje ya kuiba, ukora.
In the framework of the 1 million acres that need to come under irrigation for food production, this project is part of that.
Tunashukuru serikali sasa kutuletea mradi huu wa umeme na tupate mafriza tuweze kuweka samaki zetu badala ya kwenda kutoka baharini uvuke uende shimoni.
Through strategic national investments, lives are changing. Hope is rising and the promise of prosperity is being fulfilled.
Well, it's a double win for Beatrice Chebet as she bags another gold in the 5,000 meters as Emmanuel Wanyonyi fights to win the 800 meters gold, bringing the total gold medals for Kenya, putting it at 6. Details coming up in this bulletin, but first, let's get the highlights. The bronze medalist from Paris. Kenya dominates Tokyo. Beatrice Chebet and Emmanuel Wanyonyi produce stunning performances to cement Kenya's dominance at the World Athletics Championships.
Kubaliana, we stabilize the economy. We've done it. Na haya mambo yote tumefanya na inaonekana wazi.
We have stabilized the economy. President Ruto rallies the Ukambani region behind the Kenya Kwanza development agenda. And may justice be my shield and defender. Hear a mother's plea as she fights for retribution for her sexually abused son. A warm welcome to the Legends Edition. My name is Maria Yambo. Helping me on the sign language is Byron Abuli. Let's begin in Tokyo, where Olympic champions Emmanuel Wanyonyi and Beatrice Chebet won Kenya 2 more gold medals at the World Athletics Championship in Tokyo, Japan, in the finals of the men 800 meters and women's 5,000 meters, respectively. 4-time 1,500 world champion Faith Kipyegon added a silver medal in her bag, finishing second behind Chebet in the 5,000 meters final. Let's get the details.
2 women at the peak of their powers, both with golds already, but only one can rise now.
Emmanuel Wanyonyi, Beatrice Chebet and Faith Kipyegon added 3 more medals to Kenya's collection at the Tokyo 2025 World Athletics Championship on the second last day of the global event in Tokyo. First, Beatrice Chebet and Faith Kipyegon replicated their result at the Paris Olympic Games last year, Chebet taking gold and Kipyegon the silver in the women's 5,000 meters.
Kipyegon, and it's a first medal for Italy in more than a quarter of a century. Beatrice Chebet was not to be denied. There's so much respect between these two. Their names will be spoken with reverence decades from now. That's one of the best 5,000-meter races you'll ever see.
Emmanuel Wanyonyi, also a gold medalist at Paris 2024, was 2 first for the 800-meter men's field, winning gold in a championship record of 1 minute 41.86 seconds, as Jamel Sejati of Algeria took silver, with Marco Arop of Canada settling for the bronze.
Marco Arop, the defending champion, kicks on the outside. Atawi trying to find space on the inside. Wanyonyi in the closing stages holding on as Sejati, the bronze medalist from Paris, gets second. Wanyonyi, gun to tape, 1:41.87, a championship record.
A brilliant race.
The Kenyan team will hunt for more medals on the last day tomorrow. Mary Mora defending her title in the women's 800 meters with Sarah Mora and Lilian Odira, while Matthew Kipsang will be going for a medal in the men's 5,000 meters. After the first 8 days of the championship, Kenya has a total of 10 medals, 6 gold, 2 silver and 2 bronze medals. Buckley Feather, Legends Edition.
And of course, a congratulations to our Kenyan athletes, making us proud there. Now, President William Ruto says his government has stabilized the economy and enhanced food security, an indication that better days are ahead. Speaking in Machakos County, the head of state reached out to the Ukambani electorate to embrace the development projects being implemented by the government of the day. Leaders accompanying the head of state are committed to continuing lobbying for the interests of the Ukambani region while working with the Kenya Kwanza government.
President William Ruto was at the Eastern Kenya Integrated College in Mitaboni, Machakos County for a church service and to lay the foundation stone for the construction of the institution's laboratories, where he exuded confidence that the country was heading in the right direction.
Tulikubaliana, we stabilize the economy. We've done it. Tulikubaliana, tupunguze mambo ya njaa. Tumefanya mambo, mahindi leo tumezalisha, ilikuwa 40 million, tumekuja 64 million. Mwaka huu kwa mapenzi ya Mungu tutafika 75 million. Tumerekebisha sekta ya sukari, we are importing less sugar. Tumerekebisha sekta ya kahawa, tumerekebisha sekta ya chai. The whole space is beginning to shape up. For far too long, we have made peace with mediocrity and the average. We must now graduate and think about the great and the excellent. That is where Kenya belongs.
The head of state lauded the section of political leadership from Ukambani that was allied to the government, saying the benefits were visible in terms of projects.
Kulikuwa na matatizo hapa Ukambani pale mbeleni. Watu walikuwa wanasema hatutaki maendeleo, hatutaki soko, sio hatutaki affordable housing, hatutaki. Ukambani ni Kenya. Msijifanye watu wa upinzani kuliko wale wa upinzani. Nyinyi mnanielewa? Yes. Si nyinyi mlipigia kura Raila Odinga? Wengi wenu. Si ndio? Lakini huko Homa Bay Migori, Siaya, Kisumu, tunajenga soko nyingi kwa sababu wamekubali mapema kuliko zile zinajenga hapa. Nyinyi bado mnapinga maana. Hiyo inaitwa nini?
President Ruto called for the unity among all Kenyan communities, while at the same time took a swipe at politicians propagating tribal politics.
Tulikuwa na wengine huko katikati, wakati tunapanga mambo ya Ukambani, wanajaribu kunizuia kusema hapana, wachana na hawa, hawakutupigia kura, wachana na hawa. Mimi nikawaambia serikali mimi nayoendesha ni ya Wakenya, na mimi nimechaguliwa kama rais wa taifa la Kenya, na mimi ni rais wa wale walionipigia kura na wale hawakunipigia kura, na Kenya itaendelea kwa taratibu hiyo.
Leaders accompanying the head of state committed to continue lobbying for the interest of the Ukambani region while working with the Kenya Kwanza government.
We should be very careful, kwa sababu rais huyu wetu anatupenda, lakini lazima tumuonyeshe joto. Tiwewe tumuonyeshe joto, kwa sababu wakati unataka kukamua ng'ombe uipigi teke, na sisi tumechoka kushika horns mbia wakati wengine wanakamua.
Leaders allied to Kenya Kwanza have continued to defend the State House meetings by President William Ruto, with various groups speaking in West Pokot County during an empowerment event. The leaders, led by the National Assembly Speaker, that is Moses Wetangula, said State House belongs to all Kenyans. They further castigated those criticizing the government empowerment programs. Tilio Marco with more.
The Kenya Kwanza Brigade took the government empowerment program to West Pokot County. Here they hit out at those criticizing the State House meetings, saying the house on the hill belongs to all Kenyans.
Tumetembea kule Kakamega, tumekuwa Ujaluoni, tumekuwa huko Nyeri, kila mahali. Watu wanaimba tu Ruto 10 bila break. Ruto 5 tena. Hapa mnasema nini?
Kuna wengine wanalalamika kwamba president asikutane na watu State House. Mimi nauliza nyinyi, hiyo State House ni ya Wakenya ama si Wakenya? Si president anakutana na Wakenya kushawishiana na wao? Wale wanatembea na ukabila, tunawaambia shetani afanye namna gani?
They further castigated critics of the empowerment programs, accusing them of hypocrisy.
Kuna watu hawajui kwamba hapa chini mwananchi anang'ang'ana na maisha ngumu sana, kwamba akisaidika na empowerment kama hii maisha yake inakuwa bora zaidi. Ndio wanatufanyia kesi kwa magazeti, wanasema sijui ni hongo, wanasema sijui ni nini.
Meanwhile, DCP party leader Rigathi Gachagua is accusing President William Ruto of disrespecting the people of Ukambani. Gachagua cited the recent sacking of former Ketraco CEO John Mudivo.
Why couldn't you wait? Kwanza ukuje ufute huyu Mativo kesho. You don't sack him the same day you are coming to Machakos. And then wewe unaita sisi wa kabila. Why didn't you look for another Kamba? Hata uliza Kawaya hawa vibaraka yako. Kunaweza kosekana Mkamba moja? Akuje engineer asaidie pale.
Hawa jamii wanajua haki yao ya kikatiba, Mheshimiwa Rais Ruto. Wanajua the right to development is a constitutional right. So nobody should go begging at maendeleo. Nobody can reject a development agenda.
And the United Democratic Alliance primaries held on Saturday in Baringo County to nominate a candidate for the senatorial position face multiple setbacks, including low turnout and technical hiccups.
Nobody can steal this election because we will be working together. Even a lady or even a mzee who doesn't know how to read and write is allowed even to come in there and can come and sit and also count the votes casted.
What we just hope is that it will increase the transparency, and at the end of the day we are going to have results that are legible.
The senatorial position left vacant following the death of William Cheptumo has attracted 9 aspirants, with Kiprono Chemitei, Wycliffe Toboli and Dixon Kiptoo widely seen as the front-runners. The official party nominee is expected to be declared tonight. Tilio Marco for Legends Edition.
Well, away from that to a rather somber or sad news is that a family in Emali, Makueni County, is seeking justice after its grade 3 pupil, that is, was allegedly sodomized by a fellow student. Now, the boy's mother is accusing the school of attempting to conceal the crime and denying the boy justice. The mother says this is not the first time her son has been sexually abused.
We want justice, and we want it now. The demands of a desperate mother whose son has reportedly undergone a sexual ordeal at school.
Nilipata kuona simu ya teacher akinipigia, mwambia, nikamuuliza kwani kuna shida, akaniambia hapana, tunakuja kuongelea tu maneno ya watoto wetu. Kufika pale shuleni nilipata madam director, nikapata head teacher, nikapata kulikuwa na mzazi pale na mtoto wangu kijana. Kaniambia Joseph alipatikana akifanya mapenzi na mtoto wako. Then hapo nikashtuka, nilinyamaza kitu like 20 minutes.
The boy says this is not the first time that he has been abused.
Ndio mara yake ya kwanza kukufanya hivyo? Tueleze.
Mara nyingi nilikuwa kwa class. Aliniambia niname. Alafu akanitoa draw, nikafika hapa hivi. Alafu akanipaka mafuta tu. Ilikuanga kwa nini? Sijui anatoanga wapi. Akanipaka alafu akaniingiza tena. Na nikasikia uchungu, lakini alinitishia.
Akakuambia?
Nishawahi.
The mother says the school took too long to inform her of her boy's ordeal. She says the development can only point toward foul play.
Hiyo Tuesday sasa, na kitendo ilikuwa imefanyika ni Sunday jioni. Nikaenda pale, nikaripoti, then hapo askari walikuwa like, what, ni nini imehappen? Mbona hawajapeleka mtoto hosi? Then hakukuwa na ile evidence ingepatikana, manake mtoto alikuwa shaoshwa, alikuwa shabadilishwa.
The mother alleges a deliberate attempt to conceal the heinous crime.
Angekuwa watu wazuri, hiyo kitendo hiyo siku yenye ilifanyika, hawangengojea, wangenipigia simu ama wachukue mtoto wapeleke hosi. And then nikiuliza teacher, kwa nini wakati ulipigiwa simu na matron au kuniambia? Yeye alinijibu akaniambia alipigia director simu akamwambia kwanza wasiniambie. Nikamuuliza ni kwa nini? Aliambia yeye alifanya chenye aliambiwa.
But in a rejoinder, the school management has dismissed the allegations, terming the abuse baseless.
Nimesema uende polisi. Nenda polisi upate majibu. Acha hizi ni stories za barabarani.
The boy is currently undergoing counseling as the family looks for another school. Yusufar reporting for the Legends Edition.
Thank you, Yusuf Farah, for that report. Let's hope that the family will get justice. Let's go to New York now, where Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi has hailed the United Nations headquarters expansion in Nairobi, saying there are critical issues that Kenya stands to benefit from. Now, speaking on the sidelines of the United Nations General Assembly in New York, Mudavadi noted that the UN's deliberate decision to increase its investment footprints in Kenya would make the center even more vibrant to hold high-level international conferences, accompanied by Kenya's permanent representative to the UN in New York, that is Ambassador Ekitela Lokale. Mudavadi also gave President William Ruto's itinerary in his visit to New York next week, entailing a high-level engagement on Haiti.
That the UN has made a deliberate decision. Over the next years, they intend to increase their footprint there by investing more than $300 million to make it even a more expansive center, able to hold a general assembly like the one that is being held here in New York. So there are critical issues that Kenya can benefit from and stands to benefit from. We expect President William Ruto, he'll be arriving on Sunday, and he is slated to give his address on the 24th in the morning. He will also be involved in quite a number of sessions. These sessions include a high-level engagement on Haiti, where Kenya is going to co-host a high-level briefing with the United States.
There are peace and security issues within our region. We have conflicts generally within the region, which are currently under discussion at the UN Security Council. And because of the role that Kenya has been playing in either deploying peacekeeping forces or playing a constructive role in bringing those conflicts to an end, it is important that our voice is heard here.
And National Treasury Cabinet Secretary John Mbadi has defended the government's e-procurement system, saying it will boost transparency and curb corruption in government spending. Speaking in Migori County during the groundbreaking ceremony for the Kenya National Union of Teachers Migori branch, Mbadi insisted the system will streamline bidding, ensure timely payments and curb inflated costs. However, Migori Governor Chilo Ayako voiced concern, warning that centralizing procurement at the Treasury risks undermining devolution.
Of pending bills, they will not accumulate. If there is any challenge between national and county government, we will resolve all that. But e-procurement is the way to go.
Our problem is we do not want the National Treasury to have a one-size-fits-all and manage all counties from Nairobi.
Well, that story brings us to a fast break of the bulletin. I'll be back with much more. Stay with us if you can.
Jeshi la Ulinzi la Kenya KDF linawatangazia zoezi la usajili wa Kenya ambao wangependa kujiunga nao kama wanajeshi. Zoezi hili litafanyika mwezi Oktoba mwaka huu. Usajili ambao utafanyika ni wa General Service Officers GSO, Cadets Regular and Graduates, Specialist Officers, General Duty Recruits, Tradesmen and Women na Defense Forces Constables. Je, una ndoto za kutumikia taifa la Kenya kama mwanajeshi? Kwa maelezo zaidi, tegea KBC Radio Taifa tarehe 20 mwezi huu wa Septemba, punde tu baada ya taarifa ya habari ya saa 1 usiku. Kadhalika, kwa maelezo zaidi ya wale ambao wangependa kujiunga na jeshi la Kenya, tembelea tovuti ya www.mod.go.ke. Kumbuka, tendo la hongo na ufisadi wa aina yoyote ni kinyume cha sheria na hakuna anayeweza kushawishi usajili wako, kwani zoezi hili ni la bila malipo kwa wale wote ambao wangependa kujiunga na jeshi la Kenya. Ukikubali kuadaiwa, utapoteza pesa na mali yako na kuishia korokoroni.
Every glass of milk tells a story of care, quality, and goodness from the farm to your table. At the Kenya Dairy Board, we ensure that every drop you drink is fresh, safe, and wholesome from licensed dairy business operators you can trust. Milk is nature's pure gift, packed with calcium for strong bones, protein for growth, and vitamins to keep you healthy and active. Always look for dairy products permitted by the Kenya Dairy Board, KDB, your guarantee for safe and quality milk and dairy products. From our children to our adults, from breakfast to bedtime, the goodness of milk powers every moment. The Kenya Dairy Board, world-class dairy regulator committed to quality, safety, and national pride.
Mpango wa Mungu juu ya maisha yako lazima ukuje kufikiana. Mpango wa Mungu juu ya jamii yako, mpango wa Mungu juu ya kazi ya mikono yako lazima ikakuje kutimia, hata kama unapitia vita za aina gani, hata kama ni vita za kiroho, vita za kimaisha, lazima mpango wa Mungu juu ya maisha yako uje kufikiana.
Unafanya nini hapo?
Unaona nafanya nini?
Mambo boss.
Baba yako ndiye amekutuma ukuje ujifundishe kazi mapema.
Lesha, mimi ni mfupi wa mwili lakini wewe ni mfupi wa akili.
Katunge.
This is prosperous.
Wewe wajana na mambo ya prosperous new year bado.
It is very disrespectful kuniweka kwa group ya WhatsApp bila kuniconsult.
Shukai na hizo pesa yako na matatizo yako mwakule na watu wenu. Nataka kuoa.
Ngai kwani ni nini imefanyika? Ni mambo ya mokaka anaenda kuoa. Kwani wewe hujui?
Wacha nipatie bwana harusi usukani aendeleze hapo kwingine. Naomba mmoja wetu atuombe. Wewe unaenda wapi?
Welcome back as we continue with the news. Now, the Fresh Produce Consortium of Kenya has launched the Fresh Produce Consortium Academy at the Kenya Agricultural and Livestock Research Organization grounds in Gatanga, Murang'a County, aimed at equipping farmers and value chain actors with both technical and business skills to boost productivity, improve quality, and expand access to global markets. Speaking during the launch of the academy, Chief Executive Officer, Fresh Produce Consortium of Kenya, Okisegere Ojipati, said the institution will focus on two key areas of talent development and business growth through branding and marketing. With much of the energy being directed towards the avocado value chain, the launch comes as farmers face challenges of emerging crop diseases and political disputes around the avocado sector.
We believe that this academy is long overdue, and what we needed to do should have been done long ago. But now we're going to do it in collaboration with Calro, and we're going to have practical centers, we're going to do trial sites, we're going to have seedlings, we're going to ensure that things work very well and ensure that nobody within this value chain will lack the reason, will have a reason not to do the right things.
I believe that we are going to be educated, and the education that we are going to get will trickle down to the farmers. We have a problem of avocado disease, which we are calling upon KBC, which is the mandated part of the country, to look on how we are going to spray that disease.
It is a very critical industry. It's an emerging industry and a very fast-growing industry. So we encourage that the government will come and on board with us and collaborate, especially with the BMOs, the existing BMOs in the industry, and ensure that we make this industry as sustainable as it can.
A look at matters health, where the government has issued a strong warning against the growing menace of drug and substance abuse, especially among the youth, citing tobacco as the gateway to more dangerous addictions such as alcohol, bang, cocaine, and other hard drugs. Speaking in Kirinyaga County, Health and Professional Standards Principal Secretary Mary Mudhoni said the Ministry of Health has noted with grave concern the persistent presence of illicit brews and the public health risks they pose to families and communities.
Finally,
addressing the clergy and community leaders, Health PS Mary Mudhoni emphasized the urgent need to address the use of tobacco products, including e-cigarettes and shisha, which remain banned in Kenya.
I want to state categorically that shisha remains banned in Kenya. We have not backtracked on that. The cigarettes, e-cigarettes with flavors, are also not acceptable in the country.
She noted that tobacco is the gateway substance that introduces the youth to hard drugs, calling on parents to avoid smoking around children and urging bar and restaurant owners to strictly adhere to public smoking restrictions.
You know, secondary smoking is the one that causes even more harm. It is more dangerous. So kama wewe ni mvuta wa sigara, si uende na huko chini kwa mashamba yako ama kwa mto uende ukavutie huko, lakini usivutie karibu na watoto wadogo. Tobacco Control Act of 2007 in its regulations prohibits smoking in public places. And this is something that I would want enhanced by bar owners, restaurants, and public places.
Public health officers across the country have been instructed to ramp up enforcement of tobacco control laws. In addition to the war on drugs, the Ministry of Health is pushing forward with the Social Health Authority SHA initiative urging all Kenyans to register for affordable, accessible and quality healthcare.
Tafadhali tujiandikishe na tuambie watu wajiandikishe. Kama wewe ni bwana, wewe ndio uko na mapato, ukirejista tu unaandikisha bibi na watoto. Kama wewe ni bibi, wewe ndio uko na mapato, unarejista na urejista bwana yako na wengine.
Well, it's time for sports. Bernard is in studio. Bernard, it's been gold and more gold. Tell us more about it.
Yes, indeed. It's a gold rush that's ongoing in Tokyo. I bet that they say that anytime the World Championships is held in any of the Asian nations, Kenya always is a bumper harvest of medals for Team Kenya. Remember in 2011, Kenya topped the medal standings. That was in Daegu, South Korea. And also in 2015 in Beijing when the games were held there, Kenya also posted one of the most outstanding results that in the history of their participation in the games. And also in Tokyo, steadily we are getting there. 6 gold, 2 gold today. I mean, it can never be better than this compared to what we achieved 2 years ago in Budapest, Hungary. But maybe I take you through what's been happening today, right? Thank you so much for joining us. It's time for the latest from the world of sports. And I'm Bernard Okumu. Let's begin with what's happening in Tokyo, where Kenya and the United States will face off in a rerun for a spot in the final of the 4x400 meters final after both teams were judged to have been impeded by the Zambian team in the first round heats of the event. Now, despite being affected, the two countries finished the races and will now face off following Zambia's disqualification from the final for impeding both teams. South Africa will also run on their own for a place in the final of the 4x100 meters relay tomorrow morning in lane 6, as they did not finish their race and could therefore not be taken straight to the final. The finals for the two events will be held tomorrow afternoon. Still in Tokyo, where the newly crowned world 3,000-meter steeplechase champion Faith Cherotich arrived back in the country today to a heroic welcome after clinching her maiden title in the World Athletics Championships in Japan. Now, the athlete was accompanied by her compatriots, who included 1,500 meters bronze medalist Reynold Cheruyot.
The second batch of Kenyan champions are back home following their victory at the ongoing World Athletics Championship in Tokyo, Japan. Led by 3,000-meter steeplechase champion Faith Cherotich, the team received a heroic welcome at the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport. Cherotich won Kenya a fourth gold medal with a championship record of 8 minutes 51.59 seconds to beat the reigning champion Winfred Yavi of Bahrain by 5 seconds.
In the end, that gave the youngster Faith Cherotich the advantage and the world title.
Cherotich was accompanied by Reynold Cheruyot, who added a second bronze medal to Kenya's medal collection at the global event after finishing third in the final of the 1,500 meters. Cheruyot took the bronze in 3 minutes 34.25 seconds, missing out on the gold medal by just 0.15 seconds. He finished behind silver medalist Jake Waitman of Great Britain and gold medalist Isaac Nader of Portugal. Compatriot Timothy Cheruyot, who won 2019, finished fourth in 3 minutes 34.50 seconds.
Whiteman, but Nader picked Jake Whiteman on the line.
First of all, nataka nishukuru Mungu ambaye ametuleta mpaka nyumbani. Tuliweza kwenda huko mbele Tokyo na lengo moja tukaenda kusanyaza mamedali. Pia mimi nilienda kung'ang'ana mpaka nikakuja nikaletea nchi yangu bronze, yenye ilikuwa ngumu kidogo lakini tuling'ang'ana.
Other athletes who jetted back home include Nelly Jepchirchir, Faniel Kowet, Celestine Biwott, Jacob Langat, and Felix Ngala. Frederick Mwoki for Legends edition.
Elsewhere, Kenya has officially submitted its bid to host the World Athletics Championships in 2029 and 2031 at the Kasarani Stadium here in Nairobi, in a bold historic step that will bring the senior global athletics event to African soil for the first time. Now, should Kenya win the bid, then it will host the event after the city of Beijing, which will be hosting the next edition in 2027. Kenya has hosted the junior events before, namely the World Under-18 and Under-20 Athletics Championships in 2017 and 2021 respectively.
Cabinet Secretary for Sports Salim Mvurya has confirmed that Kenya has already commenced pre-qualification procedures with World Athletics to host the 2029 World Championships, joining a strong field of contenders that include Ethiopia, United Kingdom, Italy, Germany, South Korea and India.
Kenya, we have all what it takes to host this championship in 2029. So we are ready, we are bidding, and we will do all what is possible to ensure that we comply with the bidding process.
While in Tokyo, Japan, during discussions with World Athletics President Lord Sebastian Coe, CS Mvurya emphasized that the bid is not merely aspirational, but a carefully structured national strategy anchored on strong leadership and clear vision.
We have the infrastructure, we have the athletes, and we have all what it takes to host the next championship in Nairobi.
Jackson third from the left-hand side.
Reflecting on Kenya's past attempts to host major global events, CS Mvurya highlighted the ongoing infrastructure upgrades at the Moi International Sports Center Kasarani and the Nyayo National Stadium, including the installation of synthetic running tracks and modernization of stadia as clear evidence of preparedness.
Tokyo 21:69. It's one of the fastest times we've ever seen.
And that particular story by Buckley Feather on Kenya's attempts to host the forthcoming editions of the World Athletics takes us to a fast break. We'll be back with much more, including results from the CAF Champions League matches, as well as the CAF Confederations matches that are being played today. So stay with us on this particular edition of the Saturday Legends edition.
Got the fear of missing out? Want to keep up with all the latest entertainment news and latest celebrity gossip? From the latest rumors to popping events to the newest fashion trends, here is where you get all the tea or juice when it comes to entertainment, and you get it served on time. All that and so much more on Grapevine every single Monday only on KBC Channel 1. Remember, if you did not see it on Grapevine, then it most probably never happened.
Welcome back. On to soccer now, where Police FC kicked off their CAF Champions League campaign with a 3-1 win over Mogadishu City FC at the Nyayo National Stadium in Nairobi. In the preliminary round, Police took the lead in the 15th minute through Eric Zakayo after being set up by Alvin Otieno before Adan Yusuf scored for Mogadishu to make it 1-1. Edward Onimo Omondi added the second for Police before David Simiyu sealed the win for the law enforcers. Of course, the second leg of the first round preliminary matches between Kenya Police FC and Mogadishu City will be played next weekend here in Nairobi. The first leg was supposed to be played in Mogadishu, but of course the Mogadishu opted to have the leg here in Kenya due to the security situation in Mogadishu. We wish Kenya Police all the best in the second leg of the first round of the matches. Meanwhile, still on continental level, where Nairobi United did draw 2-2 with the NEC of Uganda during their CAF Confederation's first preliminary round match that was played today in Kampala, Uganda. Now, Nairobi United will be hosting the Kampala-based side in Nairobi next weekend for the second leg. Remember that the winner over the two legs, aggregate winner, goes on to the second round of the preliminary round. And if they get past the second round, then the group stage matches will be awaiting. Elsewhere, Kariobangi Sharks kicked off their Football Kenya Federation SportPesa Premier League campaign for the 2025-2026 season without scoring a single goal after playing out to a barren draw against Bandari. Meanwhile, FC Leopards was held to a 1-0 draw by Sofapaka at the Ulinzi Complex. Boniface Munyendo scored the lone goal for the Leopards as Jafari Satala scored for Sofapaka. Tomorrow, Sunday, 3 matches are on card as record Premier League champions Gor Mahia face Bidco United at Kasarani Stadium. Shabana will host newbies APS Bomet at Gusii Stadium as Moranga Seal battle Ulinzi at SportPesa Stadium. That's in Moranga.
Lazima Mkongomani akupigia densi liwe liwalo mapema kabisa. Hakuna aliona nafasi iliyotengenezwa pale. Debi naileta ndani ya Aguero, huko anakuja goalkeeper ameiacha. Boniface Kwayo Munyendo anasema walianza kusherehekea mapema, shughuli bado haijaanza. Walitangulia tu, lakini bado hawajalewa chakari. Sasa walevi wenyewe wamefika kwenye zuli, wamefika gengeni sasa. Iletwe hiyo, iletwe jaze 25 ambapo Maiga alikuwa anavaa 29 msimu uliopita. Rona si chenje Bebeto anajaribu kwa Mikula Ngusu na Male anaichanja kwake Bramwell. Tamasha Simiyu.
And of course, that particular performance from FC Leopards puts them in second place, just a point behind leaders KCB, who did beat Tusker by 2-0 yesterday in the first match of the 2025-2026 season. And as earlier mentioned, the league, of course, continues tomorrow with 3 matches on card. Elsewhere, the Kenya national under-20 women's football team, Rising Starlets, held their last training session in Addis Ababa ahead of tomorrow's FIFA Under-20 World Cup qualifier against Ethiopia. Head coach Jacqueline Juma has exuded confidence with the team as they target an away win before the reverse fixture, which will be staged at the Ulinzi Sports Complex in Nairobi next weekend. The winner on aggregate will progress to the third round of the CAF qualifiers for the FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup, where either Tanzania or Angola await in February 2026. The technical bench had included 2 mini training camps designed to assess players' fitness, tactical suitability and readiness as a build-up to the fixture.
Preparation imekuwa poa since tukuja. Players wamejisike mentally, wako ready, technically wako ready, tactically wako ready, so I think tuko ready kupiga game kesho.
Tumetrain enough, everyone is prepared, the psyche is high and we are looking forward to win our match here. But tukirudi back home, it will be easy for us.
Maybe Ethiopia wamekuja kama wamejipanga, wamejua wako home, wako na mafans, wako kwa soil yao, na maybe sisi tuko away, but kitu yenye inaweza tusaidia ni kwa tuna hiyo moral, kujisike kama team.
And of course, just in the background, looking at Jacqueline Juma speaking, you can see the inscriptions of the name of that particular stadium where the Rising Starlets will take on Ethiopia. It's called Abebe Bikila, and Abebe Bikila rings a bell. in the ears of those who have followed athletics or sports in general in the continent, that's in Africa. That was the first man that won Africa its first marathon gold medal in 1964, and he was running barefoot in 1968 as well. In Mexico, he did follow it up and, won back-to-back marathon titles at the Olympic Games. So it's great to see some of the Africa's greatest sportsmen being, honored in their absence. Elsewhere, the national under-20 volleyball team, Junior Wafalme, secured bronze at the 2025 Africa Under-20 Volleyball Championships in Cairo, Egypt. They triumphed 3-1 over Uganda in a thrilling match with scores of 29-19, 20-25, 25-15, and 25-23, earning a spot among the top 3 teams in the prestigious Continental Youth Competition. Wafalme had previously been relegated to the bronze medal playoffs after they lost in straight sets to host Egypt by scores of 25-21, 26-24, and 25-23. The championship brought together Africa's top volleyball nations, showcasing some of the continent's brightest young talents. Originally intended to serve as a qualifier for the 2026 World Championships, the event's sole role as a ticket to the global stage was scrapped by the World Volleyball Governing Body, FIVB, in order to ease congestion of international competitions. Junior Wafalme or Junior Kings giving a good account of themselves on the continental stage, just trying to maybe copy what their compatriots, the women's, of course, women went on to win the continental title. That's the under-20 Junior Malkia Strikers. But all the best and well done to the Junior Wafalme. Moving on to weightlifting, the Kenya national weightlifting team is brimming with confidence ahead of the upcoming World Weightlifting Championship scheduled from the 2nd to 10th of October in Norway. The team, which consists of 4 men and 4 women, intensified their training on Saturday morning at the Pumwani Grounds gym in Nairobi. Frederick Mwoki has the details.
This is the Steel City Gym at the Pumwani Sports Grounds. It is where the national weightlifting team that will be taking part or representing the country in the upcoming World Weightlifting Championship in Norway has intensified its training.
The Kenyan team to this year's World Weightlifting Championship has exuded confidence of clinching gold medals in this year's edition, which will be held in Norway.
This time around, we also hope for a medal because when we went to India for the Commonwealth qualifiers, Frank Attet also won a bronze medal. So our chances are really high. We're hoping for the best.
The team, which consists of experienced lifters such as Frank Atete, who won a bronze medal in India during the Commonwealth Games qualifiers, intensified their training, having been in camp for the last 3 weeks.
Expectations zangu ni at least niko sure nitaongeza lift zangu because in the previous competition ni zile lifts nilimake hazikuwa my best, so this time I'm going to do my best.
The ladies team boasts of experienced Janet Odwar, Rachel Achieng, Winnie Lagat, and Juliana Agonga.
I look forward to really enjoy myself at the platform and to increase my numbers. Yes.
During the previous edition of the World Championship, Kenya fielded 2 athletes who were ranked among the top 10. The team to this year's championship is scheduled to leave the country on 30th of this month.
The national weightlifting team to this year's World Weightlifting Championship, which will be held in Norway, has intensified its training as will be seeking to showcase a sparkling performance, seeking to book a ticket to feature in the Commonwealth Games. Reporting for Legends Edition from Nairobi, my name is Frederick Mwoki.
Sitatoroka tena.
Tutaenda hivyo nayo.
Kioko has you and Alex exactly where he wants you. Kama ni mbaya, wacha ikue mbaya. Maxine, uko poa?
Tumefungiwa nyumba, that's what it is.
Ende waambie ni mwape siku mbili watoke huko.
Keys to the new locks.
I should have let Alex throw your dad under the bus. Umze wako wapi?
Kamresh, idea ilikuwa ya Jane.
She could be the key of maybe even keeping your dad from going to jail. Trish uko wapi?
If you want my full cooperation, I need to have that immunity document signed and brought here.
Nawe mzee? Hiyo deal ya Mama Jabali bado iko.
Yaani mzee kama Jamidai na hizo miaka zote zake, mtaka kumweka ndani?
I'm his lawyer.
Karibu. Ingia.
Mwanadamu siku zote ataambiwa kwamba bure wajipa dhiki, lakini riziki ya mja haizuiliki.
Mpinzani wako tena alitoboka nani? Alitujenga vizuri.
Elimu ya kitaaluma, wanafunzi kitambo walihitaji kalamu na kitabu peke yake. Ilhali saa hii elimu ya ufundi, wanafunzi sasa wanahitaji vifaa kama vile simu, tarakilishi na vinginevyo.
Wanafunzi wa mtaala huu huweza kupata ushiriki katika mtandaoni au kazi ya kitaalamu duniani.
Badala kusema dada unasema ndanda. Hilo ni kosa la nini?
Da, matamshi.
If you're experiencing unexpected urine leakage when you laugh, cough, or even exercise, a weakened pelvic floor could be the cause.
So when I cough, I have a leak. When I do some simple curls, I have a leak.
Smelling or when you're feeling like you smell urine, do not feel ashamed. Please seek help.
Many people suffer in silence, but effective treatment are within reach.
I was in therapy for 3 months and I was okay.
Join us this Sunday as we delve into pelvic floor dysfunction, only on KBC Channel 1.
She makes no demand. 'Cause we're living in a world of fools, breaking us down when they all should let us be. 'Cause I'm your lady, and you are my man. Some people are made for each other. Some people can love one another for life. How about you always be my endless
Welcome back. On to rally now, where the Kenya National Rally champion Saman Vohra, co-driven by Drew Starrock, is in contention for the Maiden Africa Rally Championship title after taking the lead in his Skoda Fabia Evo on day one of the season-ending ARC Mkwaka Rally in Morogoro, Tanzania. Now Saman, who is chasing glory, took 4 out of 5 stages to snatch the lead from two-time Africa Rally champion Karan Patel, who was the earlier pace setter in Morogoro in another Skoda Fabia navigated by Tosif Khan. He now has a 12-second cushion over Karan. Saman, who is chasing his maiden ARC title, was fastest in Friday's qualifying stage. Stage 1, Buina Karan is second, ahead of Tanzania's Ahmed Howell in a Toyota GR Yaris co-driven by Vili Osiaj, followed by championship leader Nasa Yassin, navigated by Ali Katumba in a Ford Fiesta R5. If the results remain the same in tomorrow's final leg, Saman will be crowned the ARC champion to follow in the footsteps of several Kenyans, including Karan Patel, who is the outgoing champion. and the French Renegades and the UK select sides have confirmed participation in the 27th edition of the Safari Sevens Rugby Tournament, scheduled from the 10th to 12th of next month here in Nairobi.
Lame Kambetsa. Try time, Cabras. We're on the outside with Otieno to beat and Floyd, a slippery customer. Floyd Smadi, formerly of the Strathmolios, Olukusi, falling short. These two teams going through to the final at the expense of those sides. Floyd Obuire just getting the afterburners on. Mwendwa and Gabi trying to square it out. And he races the two down. Tap and go. Elvis Olukusi, one destination. Gabriel Aimba knows it.
And let's look at news making headlines across the borders to English Premier League now, where Liverpool stretched their perfect English Premier League start to maintain their stronghold of the Merseyside derby with a 2-1 win over Everton and open up a 6-point lead at the top of the table. Goals from Ryan Gravenberch and Hugo Ekitike were the defending champions' reward for a dominant first half and enough for a 5th consecutive Premier League win. But Liverpool ran out of steam after the break and were left hanging on after Idrissa Gana Gueye fired Everton back into the contest in the 58th minute. In other results, Brighton drew 2-2 against Tottenham, while Leeds United did beat Brighton by 3-1.
Salah, Gravenberch! 10 minutes on the dot. And Gravenberch on the spot. Gravenberch, Ekitike, 2. And rapturous acclaim for Ugo Ekitike as he scores his 4th of the season. Okay, Grealish. Standing one up for Illiman and Jai, and Idrissa Gueye, and Everton are back in the derby.
In other results, of course, this one will interest Manchester United, guys, who are following the action between them and Chelsea, where they have been able to snatch the much-needed win. They beat Chelsea by 2-1 in a match that just ended a couple of minutes ago. To Bundesliga, where Harry Kane scored his 2nd hat-trick. As, of course, Bundesliga, the Bayern Munich did register their season-ending win to start a win at Hoffenheim and, of course, continue their 100% start. Meanwhile, Real Madrid's perfect start to their La Liga season continued with a hard 4-2-0 victory over Espanyol to make it 5 wins from 5 matches. Elsewhere, Maria Perez of Spain once again secured 2 world gold medals after winning the 20-kilometer race walk today morning in Tokyo, Japan. Just as she had done in Budapest in 2023, Perez added the 20-kilometer race walk gold to the 35-kilometer gold she won on the opening day of the Tokyo Championship. The men's race walk was won by Brazilian Chao Bonfim.
50 meters to go. She is doing it. She is creating history. The woman who cannot be touched. The double-double. 2 goals in Budapest. It's going to be 2 goals here in Tokyo. And she is the forever champion over the 20-kilometer distance. Elegna Gonzalez driving home for historic silver for Mexico. And it's desperately tight. Can Fuji hang on here? She's being chased down by Torres. She just claims bronze on the line for Japan.
She was in slow motion, Katie Fuji. The crowd could sense. I said Torres was on the charge. I didn't expect her to get that close. As we see confirmation of the bronze, a first ever medal for Japan in this event. But Perez, it's all about you, the double-double.
Pavones, esto también es vuestro. Os quiero mucho a todos. Perdonad hacer las trasnochar.
Definitely stories are from Tokyo, as well as the CAF Champions League continentally and the Kenya Premier League opening this particular weekend, 2025-2026 season, kicking off this weekend. It's all we had for you this Saturday. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Bernard Okumu, but before I go, get you back to Marie. Marie, you had a couple of questions and maybe just an overview of how this particular championship, the 20th edition in Tokyo, has been for Team Kenya.
Yeah, indeed. I mean, I think, like you said, they've done their best. But I was wondering, tomorrow we have, you know, like the 800 meters. Mary Mora, there is Sarah there, and is it Lilian?
Lilian Odira, yes.
So should we expect a 1, 2, 3, probably?
Oh my God!
What do you think?
A good question, because Marie, remember we almost got a 1, 2, 3, a rare one in 1500 meters, right? When Ewoyi, Faith Kipyegon, and Nelly Chipchise just was like missed out on the line by Jessica Holb. So I just like think we're going to have a 1, 2, 3 in the women's 800 meters. Looking at how these two athletes came off from their qualifiers, that's the heats, as well as the semi-finals, they've shown the capability and ability to be able to go all the way across the line. Looking at Mary Mora, she's the defending champion, right? And also the silver winner from Olympics. Though we have Kelly Hodgkinson from Great Britain, who is a big threat, the Olympic champion, but I believe that with Mary Mora, the defending champion, as well as Sarah Mora, who is the African champion, and Lilian Odira, who has had a stellar season this particular campaign, we believe that we're going to get a gold, I think.
Hopefully.
We'll have a gold, yes, hopefully. Yes.
Thank you so much, Bernard, for that update. Definitely looking forward to tomorrow's races. That is the 800 meters women, and we also have the 5,000. Tomorrow is the last day.
Yes.
So we want to see whether those medals will be up again from 6, or probably the total tally will change. So thank you so much once again, as always, for your company and for your time. My name is Marie Yambo, and of course, helping me on the sign language was Byron Abole. Good night.
And I'm Bernard Okumu. Enjoy the rest of your viewing and great weekend.
Tushinde.com. Cheza safe, cheza smart. Gambling is addictive, not for persons under the age of 18 years.
Sasa kwa star 419 hash uko na game mpya. Tushinde spin corner. Simply spin. Kisha ngoja, na kwa entry moja unaweza angukia na uspin hadi mara 3. Na ikigonga 25,000 na kufikia instantly. Cheza spin corner sasa hivi kwa star 419 hash option 4.
Tushinde.com. Cheza safe, cheza smart. Gambling is addictive, not for persons under the age of 18 years.
Jeshi la Ulinzi la Kenya KDF linawatangazia zoezi la usajili wa Kenya ambao wangependa kujiunga nao kama wanajeshi. Zoezi hili litafanyika mwezi Oktoba mwaka huu. Usajili ambao utafanyika ni wa General Service Officers GSO, Cadets Regular and Graduates, Specialist Officers, General